They say a river never forgets. Every single drop carries whispers of what it has touched, the laughter of rain, the tears of drought, the blood of wars, and the songs of ancestors who once drank from its edge. The river remembers, even when we do not. Have you ever stood by a river and felt like it was listening? That's because it is. In the deep heart of southern Africa, rivers are not just water. They are stories in motion. The Sam, the Khoi, the Nguni, each of these ancient peoples spoke of rivers as the living breath of the earth. When they prayed, they faced the water. When they buried their dead, they returned them to its gentle flow. To stand beside a river was to stand beside memory itself, a living archive of time. But what if memory isn't only something the mind holds? What if it's something the world carries with us in the wind, in the soil, in the gentle current that moves beneath all things? The philosophy of Ubuntu teaches that a person is a person through other people. It's about our interconnectedness. But it also whispers another deeper truth, that a person is a person through everything they flow through. Our emotions, our choices, even our pain, they ripple outward, shaping others in ways we may never see. You are not an island, isolated and alone. You are a current in the great cosmic river of being. Think about it. When you speak kindness into the world, it moves unseen but unstoppable like water, finding a new path through solid rock. When you harm another, that energy returns, slow but certain, reshaping the very banks of your own life. We are all caught in this constant circulation of cause and consequence. This isn't about punishment or reward. It's simply participation. The river doesn't judge. It just remembers. It reflects back to us what we put into it. Modern psychology has a term for this: generational trauma. Ubuntu simply calls it the continuity of spirit. The hurts of those who came before us don't just vanish into thin air. They flow into us, coloring the waters of our own lives. But here's the beautiful part. So does their resilience, their laughter, their courage, and their hope. Healing, then, is not about trying to forget the past. It's about learning to let that energy move again. It's about stopping the damming of the current with silence and shame and letting it flow freely. When we grieve together, when we forgive, when we finally tell the stories that were never told, we open the channel. The river begins to sing again. And that song is older than language itself, a deep, ancient rhythm of release. In that sound, every soul, no matter how lost, finds a place to belong. Not long ago, I returned to the same river my grandmother loved. She used to tell me, if you listen long enough, the river will tell you who you are. At first, all I heard was the wind and the soft splash of water against stone. But then, as I quieted my mind, I felt something else beneath the noise, a pulse. A steady, rhythmic heartbeat. It wasn't just the river's pulse, but the pulse of everything that ever was. My ancestors, their stories, their struggles, their triumphs. And in that profound moment, I realized the river had been flowing through me all along. We are not separate from the earth. We are the earth remembering itself. Every act of care, every word of truth, every moment of forgiveness, it all becomes part of the great living memory we leave behind in this world. The river never forgets. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most beautiful thing about being human, that we too can learn to remember everything without needing to hold on to it. We can let it flow through us, and in doing so, find our way back to ourselves. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more reflections. Until next time, be well.